All right, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about a feeling that so many of us have. That sense that no matter how hard you work or how much more money you make, you just can't seem to get ahead. It's this weird financial puzzle that can make you feel like you're just spinning your wheels. I mean, you know the story, right? You get that promotion, you get a raise, you see that bigger number on your paycheck, and for a second, you're like, yes, finally. And then a few months go by, you look at your bank account and it looks, well, pretty much the same. And you're just left scratching your head thinking, where on earth did that money go? Well, turns out this invisible money-sucking vortex isn't just you being bad with money. It actually has a name. It's a really common phenomenon called the lifestyle inflation trap, and it is incredibly easy to fall into without ever even seeing it. So let's pull back the curtain and meet our number one suspect. It's called lifestyle inflation. And it's the most obvious part of this whole mystery. But the reason it's so sneaky is because on the surface, it just feels so normal, so logical. The concept is pretty simple. You earn more, so you spend more. That new cash doesn't find its way into a savings account or an investment. It just gets soaked up by a new, slightly more expensive way of living. And this, right here, is why someone earning a six-figure salary can still feel like they're living paycheck to paycheck. And just think about how normal these examples are. We're not talking about buying a yacht or flying on a private jet here. We're talking about those small, gradual upgrades that we tell ourselves we've earned, you know? Hey, I can afford it now. Moving to that bigger apartment, getting a slightly newer car, even just switching to the fancy organic brands at the grocery store. It all adds up. Okay, so we get what lifestyle inflation is. But the next question is, how does it actually happen? How does it get its hooks in us? Well, it often starts with just one single purchase, kind of like knocking over the first domino in what becomes a very, very long line. And there's a name for this psychological trigger too. It's called the Diderot effect. It's this fascinating idea that none of our purchases really exist on their own. When we buy one new thing, it can suddenly make all of our old stuff feel, well, kind of shabby, creating this powerful urge to upgrade everything else just to match it. Here's the perfect example of how this plays out. Let's say you splurge on a beautiful new sofa. You get it home, it looks amazing, but now sitting next to it, your old coffee table just looks cheap and out of place. So you go out and buy a new table. But now that perfect new set makes your area rug look kind of worn out, and you see where this is going. Before you know it, you've redecorated the entire living room, and it was all kicked off by that one single decision to buy a sofa. So we've got the what, that's lifestyle inflation, and we've got the how, that's the Diderot effect. But that leaves the biggest question of all. Why? Why do we do this? Why do we fall into this spiral even when we kind of know it's not making us any richer? Well, the answer gets to the very core of what we're all after: happiness. This brings us to something called the hedonic treadmill. It's a term psychologists use to describe this incredible and sometimes kind of frustrating human ability to adapt. No matter if something amazing happens to us or something terrible happens, after a while, we tend to drift back to our original baseline level of happiness. That initial thrill of the new car or the bigger house, it always fades. So let's walk through how this all plays out. First, the good thing happens. You get the raise, you land the new job, whatever it is, and you feel a real genuine spike in happiness. You feel successful. So what do? Naturally, you translate that feeling of success into your lifestyle. You start that upgrade spiral, and your spending just climbs right up to meet your new income. You're now living a life that reflects your new, higher status. And here's the kicker. After that initial excitement wears off, your brain adapts. This new, more expensive lifestyle just becomes your new normal. And your happiness level, it settles right back down to pretty much where it was before the raise. You're spending more, you're running faster, but you're in the exact same spot on the treadmill. So you see how these two big ideas lock together to create this trap we're talking about? The Diderot effect is the action. It's that chain reaction where one purchase makes you want the next thing and the next. And the hedonic treadmill is the result, that feeling that real lasting satisfaction is always just one more purchase away. So what's the point of all this? Is the goal just to never buy nice things again? No, not at all. The real price tag of this whole cycle isn't the money you spend. It's the financial freedom you're giving up, often without even thinking about it. And the solution, the way out, it all starts with one simple thing: awareness. Just understanding that the Diderot effect and the hedonic treadmill are real, powerful forces at play, that's huge. That gives you the power to spot them when they're happening. This isn't really about having more willpower. It's about understanding the game that your own brain is playing on you. And that brings us to this idea right here, which is really the core of it all. It's about shifting from a mindset of restriction to a mindset of introspection. So instead of telling yourself, nope, I can't have that, you learn to pause and ask yourself, wait a minute, why do I actually want that? Is it something I genuinely need, or am I just trying to get a quick hit of happiness on the treadmill? So I'll leave you with this thought. The next time you feel that urge, that pull to upgrade something in your life, just take a second, pause, and ask yourself this one simple question. What am I really buying here? Is it something of lasting value? Or is it just a temporary ticket for a faster spin on a wheel that's going nowhere?